It started as just another weird video. Back in the early days of YouTube, when the internet still felt mysterious, one short, grainy clip appeared out of nowhere. A figure, dancing slowly under distorted music. A smile that didn't quite look human. The title read, "Obey the Walrus." Some people said it was cursed, others, that it was part of a cult called La Morsa. But no one really knew where it came from until someone decided to dig deeper. The clip first surfaced around 2007. It spread fast, faster than most videos at the time. Some viewers swore they saw it in their recommendations, even when they hadn't searched for anything similar. Others claim the video vanished right after they watched it. But the truth is, Obey the Walrus wasn't born online. It came from a 1994 underground documentary called The Goddess Bunny, a film about Sandie Crisp, a drag performer and artist from Los Angeles. She had lived with polio since childhood, and the movie followed her life through the lens of 90s subculture and performance art. The clip you see in Obey the Walrus is just a short scene from that film, remixed, reversed, and drenched in distortion. When the video went viral, the internet did what it always does. It created its own mythology. People began talking about a secret cult called La Morsa, a supposed group that worshipped the walrus, using the video as a digital ritual. Others claimed that watching it would invite something into your home. Of course, none of that was ever proven. But the fear was real, because back then, the internet felt dangerous. Every glitch, every strange upload, felt like a message from somewhere you weren't supposed to see. The truth behind Obey the Walrus isn't supernatural, it's human, deeply human. The figure in the video isn't a demon or a cursed image that crawled out of some forbidden tape. It's Sandie Crisp, also known as the Goddess Bunny. Born in Los Angeles in 1960, Sandie lived a life the world wasn't ready to see. She survived polio as a child, which left her partially paralyzed. But instead of hiding, she turned her body, her difference, into art, into performance. She became a drag artist, a performer, an icon in LA's underground queer scene of the 80s and 90s. The footage we see in Obey the Walrus was taken from a documentary filmed in 1994 by Nick Bugas. It was called The Goddess Bunny. The original scene showed Sandie dancing, not to frighten, but to express freedom. Someone, years later, took that clip, slowed it down, distorted the sound, and layered it with a child's song, Itsy Bitsy Spider. That's how it became Obey the Walrus. The internet stripped away the context and turned a piece of performance art into a digital nightmare. And maybe that's what makes it even more disturbing. Not because it's cursed, but because it shows how fast the internet can twist a human life into a horror story. When you watch Obey the Walrus, you're not just watching a creepy video, you're seeing a reflection of what fear used to be in the early internet. Back then, the web was still raw, unfiltered, full of strange corners and ghostly uploads. And people like us, filled the gaps with imagination. We created monsters out of pixels. We took misunderstood moments and turned them into legends. Maybe that's why Obey the Walrus never really died. It keeps reappearing every few years, haunting recommendation lists, creeping back into Reddit threads, resurfacing in YouTube shorts and compilations called Videos You Shouldn't Watch Alone. And every time, a new generation discovers it and feels the same chill that millions felt before. The story repeats itself. A performance becomes a myth, a person becomes a monster, and fear becomes just another kind of entertainment. Maybe Obey the Walrus isn't cursed at all. Maybe we are. Cursed to turn tragedy into spectacle, to look for horror in places where there was only humanity. And maybe that's what makes it the most disturbing video on YouTube. Not what's on the screen, but what it says about us.